Well, hello again. Here I am again. My goodness. It is turned out to be quite the day. I'm going to move you. Okay, there we go. So we're going to make some pico de gallo. And I got dirty dishes and dirty rags in the sink, so don't mind any of that. I'm going to clean after I make that. So let's get the ingredients out. And I do not have garlic. I've lost my garlic. I threw the whole bag away. And I can't go shopping until Thursday. So. And that'll be a small, very small. And so, what am I gonna need? For a pick it. Okay, I need the tomatoes for sure. The jalapenos. And I'm gonna make some stuffed jalapenos as well. That's gonna be delicious. So for that, we're gonna need some cream cheese. It's not gonna be enough, but I'll use the rest of it. Do I have another half block in here? I do. We'll use that up. Alright. We'll use this up, and then if I need any of that, but we'll let it soften. And I should make my husband some tea today. He's been out of tea for a couple of days. Poor thing. And we're gonna need, come on Lisa, think, get your head out your ass. Got the cilantro, onions. Okay, onions, lime. What is my lime? I have a lime in here. I know, I just put it in here the other day. What the hell is happening? Oh my gosh. I do, I feel like I'm losing it. Oh, we're gonna do some roasted peppers today too. And put those on my nachos. It's gonna be so good. I mean, I know darn well. I put that in. I would put it in one of these. Maybe not. Maybe I do not. Oh, okay, you know what? I don't even care. I can't find that line. That's the better line than the one in the bowl. But the one in the bowl is very small, but I'm going to use it anyways because I'm at a loss at this point. I really am. Let's maybe, if we can get that light going. Is that okay? Okay, so that gives me more light in the kitchen. So simple, easy peasy. And you know what? You can put whatever you want in there. Mango, apple, or take out whatever you want, really. It's just a salsa. Salsa fiesta. That's what it's called. Salsa fiesta. That's one name of it. Pico de gallo is another name for it. Okay, let's get started with the onions. No, let's do the tomatoes first. We'll do the tomatoes first. And I might do some stuffed aromas as well. Let's see how many. This is a lot of tomatoes. And they must be used. Yep, so we're going to use them. Okay. Don't want to waste. Nothing goes to waste. Nothing. Yeah, we don't want nothing going away. So here's how I do these. I think you're going to get the idea here in a sec. Don't pull it up like that, Lisa. Cut the top off. I take the spoon and I go around. One way, and then I go around the other way. And that's how quick and easy that is. Boom. Tap it. Get the rest of the seeds out of there, right? You're ready to go on to your next one. Set it upside down on the cutting board. You can cut these tops as well. So we're just going to slice so we don't waste. That's what's going to get thrown away. And then these are going to get cut as well. Always easier to cut a tomato skin side down. So we got to start. Let's get a bowl for the pico de gallo. This bowl may or may not be sufficient. Okay, we're gonna get a bigger bowl because we're gonna need a bigger boat. Wa la la la! Look at how pretty this thing is. It was my mother's, and this thing is a good. Oh my goodness! I want to say it's probably. Oh, I've seen it almost my whole entire life. I want to say 40 years old, even older probably though. I know, right? We're gonna still use it and I got a little bad spot on this one. We're gonna cut that off at the top. And we're only gonna use this much at the top. We'll throw the rest of that one away. Stick your spoon in there, just go down the side, and then spin it around. And there you go, it is cored. That's how you do it. That's how I do it. Because when making pico de gallo, all you really want is the meat. You don't want the seeds and stuff and the core. Just the meat, and the skin is fine too. This one has a little spot there. I'll go around that. What you want to do, I mean, you can do as many as you want, but what you want is to have the onion, jalapeno, and tomato consistency be cohesive, I guess would be the word I would use. So you don't want too much of one thing. So you want to do the same amount of tomatoes, same amount of pepper, same amount of onions, all in there, you know? So, do I do this one? Sure, why not? I probably won't put it all in at once for the mere reason that I don't want to have too much of one thing. So I may have some tomatoes left over, and that's fine. I could have them roasted with some red peppers. I don't know, roasted tomatoes. I don't know. I think that probably, you know, do a stuff thing and roast them with stuffing, like cream cheese or what would go tuna fish would go probably good in a tomato. I believe tuna fish would probably go really good in tomato. You know what sounds so good? And I'm going to make this is a salmon pate, and it is delicious. Oh my God. With some bagel chips. So good. So I'm probably going to be making that because I'm going to be making salmon. And with the leftovers, I will make the pate. There probably won't be any. I'll have to buy extra for the leftovers to have leftovers. And then tell them, nope, that's the leftovers for another meal. Okay, I had a lot of seeds in there. There's still a seed in there. And if you can't get the seeds out, slap it there. See there? That one. Just slap it on your hand. Oh, there's a seed. And because I can't stand seeds. Seeds are bad for me because of my diverticulitis. Diverticulus, however you want to say it. Diverticulus. I call it diverticulitis, so. It has many pronunciations. A lot of doctors call it diverticulus. All right, we're going to got a paper towel to just wipe this side of the board with all the tomato juices. There we go. Now we're going to cut them all up and put them in the bowl. Cut them all up and put them in the bowl. I'm just going to do these real quick. And you want them into, these aren't going to be what I want. The shape and size I want, but there's not a lot of this, so it's okay. And like I said, cutting on with the skin down is much easier than cutting with the skin up. Because the skin is what's hard to get through on these tomatoes. I'm going to go ahead and put those in there. It's going to be interesting to get the guy out with these kind of big pieces. Okay, so here's how I do it. I cut it in half. I cut strips, like a pepper. I'm going to turn it. I square it just like that. It's nice and fine. Makes beautiful squares. And I do it with the onions, the tomatoes, and the peppers, so they're all like evenly cut like that. I cut them all the same into squares. I could do 2 at a time, but I'm not gonna. I'm having self-hurting issues. I hurt myself too much, so I gotta stop, slow down. Check yourself and listen. Okay, get these tomatoes done. Okay, I'm almost done with the tomatoes. What I'm doing now is I'm setting up for we're gonna make 3 stuffed ones. And I'm gonna make a tuna cream cheese type stuffing to go in here. I think it's gonna be delicious, but I'm gonna make it anyways. This is a made up recipe on the spot as we speak, and I'm gonna check it out. I'm gonna try it, and I'm gonna use the air fryer to cook them. So we're gonna see. I'm trying to figure out healthy stuff I can put in the air fryer. Yeah, you could put chicken strips and french fries all day long in that thing, and oh my God, that Alaska palate. It was delicious out of that air fryer. It was the first thing I cooked. And so I have 3 tomatoes. This one's not cored yet, so let's get this one cored. And just go down, there's 4 kind of meaty and 4 sections of seeds. So you want to just get the core out like that. Pull it out. And if there's seeds left in there, like that. There is a couple seeds left in there, but there's also thick meat in there as well, which is fine. I just want enough to put some stuffing in there and air fry them. Okay, so we got 3 tomatoes there ready to go for that. I'm gonna go ahead and use these in the pico de gallo so I don't waste that one. That's a little soft. Yeah, that's a little soft. So that definitely needed to be done. This one's good though. There we go. Last little bit of tomatoes going in. And we're going to start on the onion. Oh, and these knives are very sharp. I got to be very careful. But I've already shaved off. I don't know if you can see it. A section of my finger nail. Right back here. Let's see if I can lift it up. Yeah. So there's a little cut right there on my nail. Did you see that? So I almost sliced it all the way through. So I've sliced, I'm gonna put a little bit of nail glue there and keep it down until it grows out. I don't know how long nails take to grow out. Yeah, you can really see it right there. I don't know if you can see it. Yeah, there it is. I'm going to cut that lip off with some clippers. But it doesn't hurt, so I'm fine there. We're going to do the onion next. So the onion. How are we going to do this onion? Oh, we're going to cut it directly in half first. If I can. Boy. Oh, boy. There we go. I got it. The knife is sharp. That onion was just being stubborn. Okay. Then we're going to cut off this little end here, and this little end here. And I'll just process the whole onion because I have no already pre-cut onions in my fridge. So we're going to process the whole thing, and then we'll have some pre-cut onions for our next meals. I'm all into killing 2 birds with 1 stone. If I can. So if I have already cut onions when I go to make dinner, it just makes it that much easier. If I plan on making like onion rings, then I'll ring some first before I cut it all up. Have some rings first. This is fine. It's gonna work just fine. Get rid of all this gunk, all this stuff. I used to keep my garbage underneath the kitchen sink, and then I stopped doing that because every time I opened the door I could smell it. I'm like, ugh, right? So now I just keep it out and I use like those scented bags. Can't smell it. So I don't smell it at all anymore. Haven't for a very long time, which is so wonderful. I am concerned about the amount of paper towels I'm using. It's very, very concerning. I'm trying not to do that. Okay, so now we're going to cut the onion, and we want it into squares. So I got some food on the floor, and I'm stepping on it. I dropped a piece of tomato. So now we're going to cut this way. We're going to do probably 3 or 4 cuts this way. And don't go all the way through. Just very slowly work your knife back. There's 1. And don't lift the onion up once you start cutting. That's funny. There's 2, and we're gonna make a 3rd one. That may have been too wide. No, I don't know. We'll do another one right here, and another one right here, and then we're gonna cut it this way. Hold it together. Once you get it all cut like this, it's so easy just to make squares. The time consuming for this cut is the initial cuts, because once you do it, that's what you end up with. Isn't that beautiful? The sides sometimes flare out and you miss it, which is fine. I mean, it's a fucking onion. You're cutting onion. It's not a big deal. Oh. Oh, dear. What have we found in the middle of this onion? It'll be fine. We can still use it, but it definitely won't be used for in my jar. Can't do that. There we go. Yep, we're going to cut that out. We got a bad ring in here. So it's one bad ring. Can ruin the whole onion. That's it. One bad ring. So we're good to go now. Take that one bad ring out. We're going to flip it over like this. See if we can cut some more squares. Because now it's kind of falling apart for me. That is probably plenty for the pico de gallo. So now we're going to put all this in the pot. Some big pieces here. Cut those down a little bit more. Onions in. And the reason I saved the jalapenos for last, obvious reasons, is because they're hot and they will get in the board, and I don't want that in my board. And then my hands start burning, so I have to wash my hands, of course, obviously. But if I do the tomatoes and onions first, once I do the peppers, it's all good, right? So we're also going to do some stuffed jalapenos. So the way I do the stuffed jalapenos is I take the jalapeno I'm going to stuff, and I cut the core even. So I go straight down the line. I cut the core in half, so it can be used, and it makes something to hold on to while you're eating it, right? So then I'm going to cut it's not going to quite be cut all the way through, maybe not. Maybe not. I already cut the stem in half. I just want half and half. There. Boom. Oh, not quite there. Almost there. Now we're there. So, do you see how I ended up with a little stem on the top of each one? So half a stem. So you really want to cut those stems in half so you can use it to hold it while you eat it, right? And yeah. So now we do the same thing we did with the tomatoes. We gut it. So I take a cut there, I make a cut there, and then we're gonna gut this whole thing and just go sideways and then go the other side. And then there you go. Scrape the rest out like you would like peeling a ginger. Just scrape with the spoon. Spoons are wonderful tools. One of my favorites. And this is one of my favorite spoons as well. These little ones are awesome. Just the right bite. Those big spoons are too big of a bite for me. All right. Definitely want all, okay, so those two are going to be stuffed. So I have 3 stuffed tomatoes and I want 4 stuffed peppers. My choice is which one. I'm going to do this one and then those 2, and I got 2 more down here that are a little bit older. That one's good, so I'll use those in the pico de gallo. And these 4 will be the stuffed ones. So again, I'm going to get that stem cut. It's easier when you start, just cut the top of the stem up through. I'm going to cut that little piece off as well. There we go. Make a nice stem. Cut it right down the middle. There we go. Okay, so that's cut pretty through and through. We're going to cut the pepper in half, hopefully in half, not quite half, but yeah. So I did end up with the 2 stems at the top, which is good. Sometimes you don't, which is fine too. And once you get them roasted, it's all good. Don't eat the stem, obviously, but okay, so let's get them cored out. And then I'll show you how I cut them up, and then I'll pause it to the rest for the rest. When I get to that point, I'll start the video again. Only because I'm trying to shorten the videos a little bit, you know? And you don't lose anything I want to talk about in cutting, editing. That's why I don't like to edit, because I'm talking here. I'm talking here, I'm walking here, I'm talking here. So don't fuck with me. Okay, normally I would put some garlic in too, but I have none, so. Okay, so now we're gonna cut the peppers, and I do it basically the same way, but I just cut the top off, and then I cut them in half. I core it. In my opinion, this is the easiest way to core things, is with a spoon. Like green peppers, you want to do a roasted green pepper, you know? That tuna fish, I'm going to do a green pepper as well. Oh my God, that's going to be so good. Okay, I love, or, oh, red pepper. Should I? I think I shall. I think I shall. I don't know. Might be too much. I do not know yet. I'm going to think about it. For now, we're doing the pico de gallo. Then I'm going to cook the taco meat, and tonight we're going to have nachos. So I got some fried beans, the pico de gallo, the meat. That's really all you need on some nachos. So how I cut my tomato or jalapenos for the pico. No, I don't put gloves on. I wash my hands when I'm done. My hands are not even burning. So I'm used to it. The only part that's burning on my hand is the little cut that I have on the end of my finger, and it burns a little bit. So if I do this, that's why. Because, so if I cut like this, it's fine, but yeah, it's burning pretty good. It's burning. And then I just slice it like I do the other stuff, like that. And I just do it basically all the same, right? Turn it, chop it into little itsy bitsy squares. I do want these smaller than the onions and the tomatoes, because jalapenos are hot. Just put them right on in there, right off the knife. So you want to chop them very fine. little tiny itsy bitsy squares. And it's aesthetically pleasing. It looks good to the eye, and it mixes well, tastes good, and it balances everything out. I'll be back when I'm done cutting jalapenos. Okay, I found my lemon that was in the fridge. This is the better lemon, so I'll be using that in the Pico de gallo. The other thing I want to put in is some cilantro. I don't have fresh cilantro. Normally I would use fresh cilantro. This is cilantro leaves, so I'm just going to put some in. I don't know how much to put in because I do with homemade or fresh cut cilantro, but I don't have any. And unfortunately, I'll tell you the embarrassing story. Sure will. So I went over to Walmart to get fresh cilantro, a lime. I picked up a couple of other things, right? So I'm going to cut about this much off. No, I'm not. I'm just going to squeeze it right in there and then get some meat out of there as well, out of this as well. And a lime squeezer right here. Really, dude, really? Oh my God. Not going to deal with that today. Nope. I'm not going to let anything get me down today. So, I put in here, this is old. It's got citrus stains on it. And then we're just going to squeeze it down. Get all that nice, good lime juice out of there. Squeeze, 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 squeeze. It's kind of hard to use, but I got a big piece in there too. It's more than a half. And you should only put a half. I was going to cut it down, but I might have to anyways. And the rest of that juice out of there, I might have to cut this down a little bit. Well, so there is some meat right there that we're going to go ahead and scrape in there. And yeah, there's way more juice in here. So we're going to take a spoon and we're going to go like we're coring it, and we should get some juices out of that. Maybe, maybe not, but we get more meat. So we want some lime meat in there as well. Getting a little more juice out of there, a little more meat out of there. That piece right there. Scrape them in there. There we go. And that one's good. Let's see if we can get it to squeeze more juice out of there. What do you think? You think we can? Maybe? Oh yeah, look at that. Nice. Okay, so that lime is completely, that's what I call the used lime. All right, we're probably gonna do the other one. I'm not sure. I'm gonna mix this, get it all good and incorporated with each other. Not sure how the cilantro leaves, dried leaves are gonna go over. But it's all I have, and I really want to make this for the nachos. Because I know all you gotta do is put this over the top. I'm good to go. It's so delicious. I'll probably have myself a street taco after I make the taco meat for lunch. Before I make the nachos. And making the nachos pretty much ensures all of this is going to get eaten. That's what I like about it. And if you want to make like a bruschetta, I mean, come on, you already got the mix, right? A Mexican bruschetta. Just make pico de gallo, and put it on bread. Toasted bread. Pretty much all you gotta do. I think we're gonna need some more. First of all, we're gonna want to put a little bit of salt, a little bit of pepper. What else do we need? We need some parsley, which I got right here. This will give it at least the illusion of fresh cilantro. Parsley is pretty much a tasteless, and it's got a small taste, but not much seasoning. So that just makes it look greener, which is good. I might want another jalapeno in there. I'm going to go ahead and do this one. Yeah, so I'm going to do 4 stuffed jalapenos, and I'll go ahead and cut this one up. Because it doesn't look, the ratio just doesn't look right. So we're going to cut that down. I have a little soft spot there. I had to look up and make sure I was not on pause. I'm like, oh shit, did I unpause it? Yeah, I did. Good, good, good. All right, where are we at? Oh, see, 30 minutes. Yeah, I'm really gonna have to cut these down. I want to make them 20 minutes is all. And so I think what I'm gonna do is, you know, like get all the ingredients out, get it all set up before I start filming. I don't know. What do you think? You tell me. Do you want it all or you want me to cut it down? I think, because I believe, if I'm not mistaken, a follower said 20, 30 minutes is perfect. And I'm like, okay, I'll do 20, 30 minutes. Right now I'm at 30 minutes. So this is all you would get. I don't know. I'm almost done. So if I go a little faster, I probably could get it done if I just move a little quicker. Then I got to make the stuffing for these. And I need the other lime. I need to squeeze this other lime in there because that first one was not enough. I'm very disappointed about the cilantro. Oh, so that's what I was talking about. Okay. So I went over to the store to get some cilantro and some other things and everything else I needed, right? Garlic. I lost that bag of garlic. It's like a $6, $7 bag of garlic. But I'm not going to dwell on that. And so I went over there, got everything, got up to the register, and my credit card got declined. I said, oh no, what's happening? When I made the payment, they applied it to the wrong account because I didn't change what account to apply it to. So it was already set up to be applied to my husband's account. So his credit card is paid down to zero. Mine doesn't get a payment this month or last month. And I'm like, oh my God. So, yeah, I maxed out for over a month on my credit card. Over a month. That's not good. My credit score is going to drop. Which, you know what? Don't give a fuck anymore. So there you go. When you're disabled, you just can't worry about shit like that. Good news is, I haven't worked in so long that this year, for the first year, even though he's been taking care of me for 3, he can claim me as a dependent on his taxes. So we're going to do better on his tax. Normally he owes at the end of the year because he has it set too low. If you owe at the end of the year, you need to up what you pay per paycheck. And so it's, you don't owe money, they don't owe you, and you don't owe them. That's the way it's supposed to come out. You pay in too much or you get these, you know, child tax credits. Those are different, right? That's something different than if you didn't have that, then you would be in the same boat as most, which is fine. Okay, I think it's taste test time. I have not even tasted it. Bad me. Get this mixed up. Oh no, wait, I was going to add more help. I'm a doofus. Part on me. I'm going to pause you till I'm done with this. Okay, I kept some for the stuffed jalapenos. Mix that with some cream cheese. That's good. So, and then get some jalapeno jam. Oh my God, that's so delicious. Or mix grape with some jalapenos. Not grape, but seedless blackberry. It's so good. Okay, let's give this a try. Let's try it. I hope so. A little bit of everything. It's better, the longer it sits, the better it is. I mean, not the longer, but if it sits a couple hours in the fridge, it's better. I know I shouldn't, but I'm going to. I'm going to make some lemonade today too. Oh, these lemons. I'm going to squeeze it into the bowl so I can get the seeds out before I put it in. It just seems a little underwhelming. You know what I mean? I think this is going to help. I think that's exactly what it needed. Lemon and lime mixed together is delicious, by the way. And if I find any big pieces like this, I take them out and I cut them down for the aesthetic of the salsa. Salsa fiesta. Pico de gallo. Oh yeah. Okay, that's probably gonna be good. I might have to add just a tad more salt. We'll see. Fresh cilantro. Don't use this crappy stuff. use fresh. Well, if I don't have any garlic, maybe I'll just put a little garlic powder in there. Oh, I'm glad I looked. I'm glad I looked. Oh my goodness. We're just gonna put about that much. Half a teaspoon. Maybe a teaspoon. Watch my husband like this better than all the other ones I've ever made. You know, completely fresh and everything. Wow, that's really good this time. Yeah, right, thanks. I'm going to say don't say that. Because I used some of the cheater dust. Cheater deater dust is. What you grill on about, Skippy? Okay, that's good. We're going to cover and put this in the fridge for a couple hours. And we're going to move on. And take a little bit of a break. I got to cut out 6 minutes. Oh man. I don't know if I could do that. I don't know, you guys, you tell me. Cut them down to 20-30 minutes or just leave them as is. You tell me. Okay, thanks for joining me in the Pico de Gallo, and I'm going to go ahead and do these on a separate video. So we're going to have stuffed tomatoes, stuffed jalapenos, and stuffed peppers. All right, I will see you guys later. Have a great day. Please subscribe, like, share, and hit that bell notification. Like I said, you don't want to miss this.